Welcome to the Mettaton Newscast, where we have the hottest news. This time, we will show you the changes that the media have had so far, comparing two of them. There are many of these, so there will only be two, so which one will be the best? Let us start with a classic that is still in use today, to a lesser extent, but it still stands: TV, television newscasts. Like the one you are seeing right now. In the news we have the most current national or international news. But that depends on each newscast. As a good point, we could say that the information and news are always varied. You might find out things you wouldn't have seen otherwise. You might even find out things you didn't know you might be interested in. Also, this one is very common and anyone can see it. Also, that there are many options from which to choose and any may be accessible, and a part that might be of interest. But as a bad point is that as much variety as there is, many of the times the news and information are not things that serve you, interest you or concern you. Yes, you could discover a lot, but there is also specific information that you want, and there will only be things out of your interest. It's really not a bad means of communication. It's just that with time came more updated and improved options. Okay, now let's continue with the next participant. At present there are new media, starting with the above mentioned. These could be like the updates of these, like me at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Lights, camera, action. One of these could be Discord, where you can receive messages and make calls on any topic. But let's focus on what we have been talking about, information and news. On the plus side, you can find what is of interest to you in a more specific way, since you choose what kind of server to join, what kind of topics, information and news you are interested in. Also, as we already mentioned, apart from news you can also have communication with people, this only in one application, while before it had to be a different medium for each of these. But this is something extra. And as the bad thing is exactly the opposite of the old media, since it is easier not to go out of your zone and not to look for more, because it is easier to stay with what you already know. Apart from that, there are certain occasions when they are not as accessible as other media. Thank you for joining us in this program. Wait for us tomorrow on the same channel, at the same time. Always bringing the best news. Have a good weekend.